Hello, everyone. This is Rob, and welcome back to Media Awareness. If that was a little too over the top for you guys, just tell me in the comment section. But I just felt overly enthusiastic because guess what we have, folks? We have a new Dune trailer for Dune Part 2, scheduled for release on March 4th of 2024. The Denis Villeneuve sequel to the blockbuster Dune Part 1, of course. But before I continue and actually do the trailer reaction, I do want to remind you all that the fundraiser continues. For those of you unaware, I am a disabled individual and I utilize a motorized wheelchair slash scooter all day, every day for my independence, and I need your help desperately. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as it's viewed as a luxury item, and therefore I'm reaching out to you, my YouTube community, for your help. I do have a spot fund account set up below in two separate places where you can easily contribute. It only takes a few seconds, and any and all support is welcome. The reason I'm doing this is, as I said, my insurance will not cover this, and I'm unable to use a standard wheelchair or any other type of scooter due to my dexterity issues, my mobility issues. I'm unable to walk and unable to use my one hand, so I'm limited with what I can use, and this is my only means of independence in my everyday life. If this scooter goes, I am a fish out of water. I am stranded in one spot unless I get someone to push me around, and then I'm not independent anymore. Um, and I thrive on my independence and pride myself on my independence. So any and all support, as I stated, is welcome, and you can find the spot fund directly linked below this title of this, as well as a separate section below the actual description for the trailer reaction itself. Also, you can find below that my Facebook where you can reach out to me directly. I'm also able to accept Facebook Pay if you'd like to contribute that way. It'd be more convenient for you. And there's also the Amazon Media Awareness wish list if you want to pick and choose items for me to unbox, review, etc. Don't forget also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing. I do movie reaction reviews to trailers, reactions to music videos and music in general, uh, literature topics of certain sorts, and a lot more on this channel as well. Album suggestions, different things. So it is a real diverse channel, and I cover a lot of ground. But in doing so, I try and do the best job I can with that being stated. So do consider becoming a subscriber and becoming part of my ever growing YouTube family. I'd love to have you. And like and share if you can be so kind as to do so. So, like I said, I'm going to be reacting for the very first time to this Dune trailer. This was just released a few hours ago, and I am excited, and I inadvertently am wearing a blue shirt, not to be confused with the blue within blue eyes, of course caused by saturation of the blood by the spice melange, which fortunately has not happened to me yet, but you never know when that may occur. Uh, so let us experience this trailer together, and I will be back afterwards with my assessment. Just so you're aware, also, you can find the trailer linked in the description below as well, so you can experience it without me in the upper corner of the screen somewhere, and you can actually watch it uninterrupted. I will not be speaking during it as I'm curious to see what occurs. I'm not one of those people that talks during movies or trailers. I watch it and take it all in, and then I give my feedback afterwards. So, with that stated, let us move forward and experience the Dune Part 2 final trailer, it would seem, for the release of March 1st, 2024. God, it's hard to say in one breath. Alright, here we go. I will be back afterwards as stated with my assessment.
It's okay. I'm here. I'm here. It's been a while since you've had one of those nightmares. Tell me, what was it about?
It's only fragments. Nothing's clear. You've been fighting the Harkonnens for decades.
Look!
My family's been fighting them for centuries.
Your blood comes from dukes and great houses. Here, we're equal. What we do for the benefit of all.
Well, I'd very much like to be equal to you.
Maybe I'll show you the way.
Deal with this prophet. Send assassins.
Fade Rother. He's psychotic.
I see possible futures all at once. And in so many futures, our enemies prevail. But I do see a way. There is a narrow way through. Is to you. Do you believe me?
This is a form of power that our world has not yet seen. The ultimate power.
I want you to know I will love you as long as I breathe.
You will never lose me as long as you stay who you are.
Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
Prophecy is how they enslave us! You are not prepared for what is to come.
Oh, yeah. So that looks to be incredible. My God. Wow. I'm so excited now. I was excited to begin with, but this trailer just kind of sends me over the edge of that pinnacle of excitement. This is really going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see this in the theater and experience it on the big screen. Just to give you guys a little background on my Dune experience in life, I have been a fan of the Dune franchise, if you will, since David Lynch's Dune. And though a lot of people have problems with David Lynch's Dune, it was David Lynch's Dune that made me a Dune fan. I was fortunate enough to see it when I was around 12 or 13 years old, I believe. It was something that was rented on VHS, and I watched it over and over and over again for an entire weekend, and I was just enamored with it. I thought it was something that I had never seen, and it really was. It was something that I'd never seen anything else like in my life. I was not familiar with Frank Herbert's source material when I saw David Lynch's Dune. So I didn't have a preconceived notion of this is what is being shown to me. And when I read Frank Herbert's Dune shortly after watching the film, I loved the film even more. And it's actually still my favorite film of all time. The David Lynch's Dune is my favorite film of all time. And it changed my way of thinking, it changed my life, and it just had such a profound effect on me as a human being. And seeing the potential of one individual and the changes they could make in life as a whole on their own. It was just inspiring. And it was more inspiring than anything I had experienced up until that point in time. And I read the books, like I said, and saw the subsequent versions, the Sci-Fi Channel version of Dune, its sequel, Children of Dune. If you have not seen those, I urge you to check them out. There's also Jodorowsky's Dune, which is a documentary basically illustrating how Alexandra Jodorowsky attempted to make his version of Dune back in the 70s. A really ambitious project he had planned. It's an amazing documentary. I highly recommend all these versions, and even the extended version of Dune, which David Lynch had his name removed from, is also really a great version of the film. It's slightly longer, has slightly more scenes. However, there are some fan edits online that you can find that are a lot more detailed and have a lot more scenes in them than even the extended version did. So be aware of that as well in terms of the David Lynch film. There are lots of different versions out there, but the only ones you can really purchase are the original theatrical cut and the extended version, to my knowledge. I would love to get my hands on a thorough version of the film with all of the scenes that were put back in, and all cleaned up, but I don't foresee that happening. Nevertheless, Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 1 captivated me. I was just enraptured by it. And I knew that Part 2 would be exciting. You know, I obviously knew that Fade Rautha was going to be being introduced, along with the Princess Irulan, who for some reason has always been a favorite character of mine, no matter what actress has played her. So I'm curious to see what Florence Pugh does with this particular portrayal of the Princess Irulan, and what kind of spin she puts on it. So yeah, Dune Part 2. Are you looking forward to this as much as I am? And what is your favorite version of Dune? Let me know in the comment section below or in a private message on Facebook, wherever you like. Also, please remember the fundraiser continues, and your help is definitely appreciated and definitely needed if I am to maintain my current level of independence and not fear my scooter malfunctioning and not being able to have it repaired at a moment's notice, which is my goal, to have everything on hand just in case something happens, because things could happen at any time, and some of the noises that it makes, and some of the little nuances that it shouldn't have are rather unsettling. So please do what you can, and it would be greatly appreciated. This is Rob with Media Awareness. I hope you enjoyed this Dune reaction and rant about Dune itself. I love Timothy Chalamet as Paul. I think he is a fantastic Paul Atreides. Uh, and, obviously this film uh, is dealing more with the Fremen. And I know that a lot of people had complained that there wasn't enough of Zendaya in part one. And that's because part one dealt with the beginning half of the story. This is the second half of the book, and this is where Chani really comes into play. For those of you who have read the books, you obviously are aware of this, or have seen other adaptations. You know that Paul has visions of Chani before he meets her. But it's until he meets her, there's really not a lot of screen time for her. And I thought that part one was a work of genius, and it was perfect. And part two seems to be only the icing on the cake, the complete picture of this perfection, which Denis Villeneuve has masterfully crafted for us as Dune fans. And this may surpass my love for the David Lynch Dune, but I don't think that's. I think it'll be a close second for me, because as I stated, Dune, David Lynch's Dune changed my life at a point in my life where I was becoming a teenager, and I was evolving as an individual, and there were a lot of critical changes in life, and that being stated, that first version of Dune just resonated with me on levels I can't convey to you here. It was amazing for me. So, like I said, what are your favorite versions of Dune or version of Dune? And are you looking forward to Dune Part 2 as much as I am? Let me know in the comment section, and do check out the links in the description and consider donating to the Wheelchair Spot Fund account below. This is Rob once again. I will see you all soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are, and mark your calendars. March 1st, 2024, Dune Part 2. The spice must flow.